Hey everybody, it's Joyce at Shadow Bayou Tarot with a little lanyap, and tonight I am here with my friend Amy, who is willing to share her ghost stories. It's paranormal stories that are real in her life, and she was more than willing to get on here with me on YouTube and share these stories with you guys and share her experiences and what she has gone through over the years, which has become a part of her life, actually. So, Amy's given me permission to put this on my YouTube channel and is very gracious enough to share with us all what she has been dealing with and going through that scares, you know, a large amount of people, that would scare really anybody at a certain point in time. Anyhow, without further ado here, you guys, I am going to start asking Amy questions and, you know, see what you guys think, you know. And if you guys have some stories to share. What is that? Is that your phone? So, yeah, I'm going to start asking Amy some questions. First, I'm going to introduce her. Amy, this is YouTube. This is everybody on my channel, my viewers. Say hello. Say hello.
Hey.
So, Amy, when you first told me about this was probably several years ago when you guys were living in the house, the old house before this.
It started way before that.
Okay. Well,
it started when I was about 8.
Well, we're going to get to that, but when I found out about it, you were living by an old graveyard.
Yes.
And at a certain point, this started to become active in your home.
Yes.
And I remember you saying that, you know, a radio came on in a spare room and nobody was in there. At the time, I think Austin, your son, was a baby at the time. So nobody was there, and this radio would come on and she would take it off and it would come on again. And then
the fire hydrant went off.
Right. So what other experiences at that time did you slowly start to see happen, like in the house around that time?
I woke up to a rosary hanging over my face at one point.
An apparition of a rosary was hanging over your face when you woke up.
It was literally a rosary, in my opinion, hanging over my face when I woke up. And then on several occasions there was a girl with a bob, with a bang.
A bob haircut?
That was looking at my husband.
Like standing at the side of the bed looking at him?
Standing at the side of the bed looking at him.
Okay. And I know you said there was a thing, I want to say it was in that house that you said in the closet you saw a man hanging.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you remember if they had period clothing on, or you don't remember that part of it? Was it a blur, or was it something distinctive?
I really didn't notice the clothing because all I could see was him hanging.
Right. And for the girl, too, you noticed her hair was like an old-time bob?
Bangs and a bob.
Okay.
And I've seen her hair, too.
So, I know you had mentioned that, too. That, so you have seen, is it just her or others of the same spirits come to this house, follow you to this house as well?
She's the only one that followed me here.
Okay. When did you start seeing her here?
Probably about a year after I've been here.
And you guys have been here for what, 10 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you seen more spirits here, activity-wise, and like seeing their apparitions in the house and around your property?
Wow, I've seen many.
So do you feel like it's more?
I feel like when I'm at a weak point in my life, they consume me. So they are in my windows, they're in the end of my bed, they're, I don't feel a threat. Mm-hmm. I just feel like they're trying to help me in a sense. But it's just overwhelming mm-hmm. to the point where I just feel like I need to shut myself off mm-hmm. and like go to sleep. It kind of scares me, but it doesn't. Because I know they're not here on a negative mm-hmm. situation.
So have you seen, has your husband seen anything?
No.
No? Okay. You have to speak up a little bit.
No.
So they can, has your son seen anything?
Yes.
What has he seen?
He has seen a presence at the end of his bed staring at him, and it scared him so much to where he had to come sleep with me.
Okay.
Like a man.
Okay. Is it the same man you think? Did you see this man ever?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
I know you told me about an instance that you saw someone, the lady with the bob haircut, and maybe some other entity walking from your shed outside across your yard towards the house. Can you tell me about that? What did you see? What was going on at the time? Was it the middle of the night?
No, we basically were just enjoying each other's company, basically. And like
who was enjoying each other's company?
Me and my husband and a couple of friends.
Okay.
I saw her, nobody else did. And when I saw her, my husband's like, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, "It's the same girl." She was walking from the shed to my house, and I'm like, "Kevin, you know, like that's the girl that was hovering over you at the other house." And it just kind of freaked me out.
Right. And what happened? Was she walking towards you guys? Were y'all outside?
Yes.
Because y'all have this, a beautiful covered it's a big patio with a pool in the back, and it's all open to the yard with the shed and whatnot.
No, she was walking this way.
Right. So y'all were outside, and even though the noise of the friends and all were there, she was still showing herself walking across.
To me.
What, towards you?
To me.
And then she
she showed herself to me.
Right, but what I'm saying is, it didn't, usually, I find, stuff like that happens usually when you're by yourself, or it's quiet. No. Do you find it happens when you have a lot of activity around the house?
It happens all the time.
Anytime it can happen.
Jessica saw already.
Jessica is my brother's wife.
Yeah.
And who is her cousin. And she saw a spirit.
He was walking through the house. And she was outside, and she saw it, I saw it, and we looked at each other and we're like, because we both saw the same thing, which is, kind of weird.
So y'all saw the spirit of a man walk through the house?
A shadow man.
And
I really think it was Kevin's dad.
And you have mentioned this before. She has referred to these, spirits before as shadow people. Sometimes, I guess they're more distinctive in their form because she can see, like the lady with the bob haircut, the man hanging in the closet. And other times, if I'm not mistaken, you've explained it was just like an outline, a shadow. That's why you call them that, or no?
No, it's just kind of like a black body walking through the house. Like
a black solid body, the shape of a body.
Yes.
Walking through the house.
It walked from the kitchen through this area and then into Austin's room.
Okay.
When that happened.
How did you feel when that happened?
I felt like he was just checking.
Okay.
I didn't feel negative.
So you don't feel like you've had any threats from these spirits?
No.
That they're just hanging around?
No. I felt that was Kevin's daddy.
Okay. But, I mean, in general, you feel that they're hanging around or no?
I just feel like they kind of want to speak through me, but I don't know how to energize that right now.
Okay.
And that's the only part that scares me because there's so many.
So you find
that shows up, and I'm just at a loss. And
so let's go back to when you were a child. You have experienced this before as a child. About how old were you?
7.
About 7 at your mom's?
Yeah.
Okay, and what did you see? Do you remember? What can you remember about that?
Just people sitting on the bed.
On your bed?
Yeah. Like I felt the pressure. And just like people passing through the window. Just like basically just them sitting on my bed.
Yeah.
That's what scared me the most at that age.
Right. Was it a lot of people? Was it anyone you recognized as a grandparent or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Have you ever spoken out to them?
No, I was too scared. I couldn't even talk at that age.
Yeah. After that happened at that age, did you periodically see them again or nothing until you were an adult?
No, I saw them constantly. Passing through the window or just, like sitting on I saw the ghosts of my past dogs. Would jump in the bed with me and go to sleep. Just
you saw that too?
Yes.
As a child or as
yes.
Okay.
No, as a child.
Did your mom and dad, did you ever tell them about it?
Yes, I did.
And what did they say?
She said I seen him too. Coco.
Really?
Only Coco. Yeah.
Did she see the spirits of the people?
No. My daddy went investigate. He went on the side of the house and looked for footprints and he believed me, but he thought it was like a real person. So he was taking it as that. So he went, looked for like footprint marks or, some evidence to where somebody walked on the side of my room, but he never could find that.
Right. Because he wanted to think it was an actual person. And he wanted to actually, just
but
make
I
sure.
didn't know if it was, I thought it was an actual person.
Because you were 7 years old.
Yeah. I thought it was an actual person.
Okay.
Because that's what I saw.
Right, that's what you saw. So, of course, it's natural for you to go check, make sure nobody's getting in your kid's room at night. I mean, that's natural. I mean, this isn't something that's the norm for everyday living.
No.
For some people it is, and for a lot of other people it is not. And when you experience paranormal experiences, supernatural, ghostly, whatever term you want to use, most of the time, unless someone else in your home or in your family or in your inner circle has experienced this before, it is very difficult to let people know this is really happening to me. I am not dreaming. I am not making this up. This is real, and I don't know what to think of it. I don't know what to do about it. Okay? And
I used to actually make them tuck me in the bed.
You would make them tuck you in
all the way.
How do you mean? Explain to the viewers what you're saying here, what you're talking about.
They literally had to tuck me from my shoulders.
Who did?
My parents.
Okay.
Down to my feet to make me feel like I was safe.
Really? Wow.
For years. Because I saw things that they didn't.
Right.
And I just felt more protective when things were like consuming me, like
when you felt like it was
I felt like constricted.
You were bound
constricted,
in your bed.
I felt safe.
You were like swaddled, like a baby.
Yes, they did that for years, for me.
Wow.
They really did.
Well, I believe that, yeah. So, getting back into your adulthood, and what is the last time you experienced this? When was this? The last time you experienced this here?
The last time?
Mm-hmm.
Probably about a week ago.
What happened a week ago?
I just, I feel like, they're looking at me from the window. I think they want answers, but I don't know how to give them.
Is it the
They're just
same
like-
faces or same spirits that you feel?
I don't really notice that because there's been
Right.
several. So I just, I kind of just dismiss it, kind of,
Okay.
at this point. Because I'm just like, okay, I can't do this right now. Like, I need to go to bed. I gotta get up and go to work.
Does that make them go away?
I don't really know because I close my eyes and I don't see them anymore.
Do you feel their presence?
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel them here now?
They always here.
But do you feel anything here now? I don't feel anything myself.
Do I feel that they're surrounding me? Yeah.
Right now?
But they're being respectful.
Okay. Have they ever been, like doing trickster things, like you
No.
put something down
No.
and then you can't find it?
No. No.
Have they ever been active to mess up things in the house?
No.
So they've not been malicious spirits?
No.
Okay. Well,
No.
that's very good
No,
for as
they're
long
not.
as you've
They're
experienced
not.
it. What worries me, and I've told you this before, is that's not... I feel that there's a portal open that needs to be closed. Because it's a dangerous thing. Spirits, and it depends. I mean, I can see your ancestors wanting to watch over and protect you. A lot of times, well, what I believe, and this is strictly my personal beliefs, I am not an expert in any of this. These are my beliefs, okay? And the way I wrap my head around it is we have family members that, we were close to
not
that
family.
passed over. Well, I'm just giving a description of something. I'm going to get into that. But I can see where they come around and check on you and, all that every now and again. I feel, though, other than that, I feel like if we call upon these spirits, they will come. But when you're not calling upon them, and they're here, and it's quite a few, and they feel comfortable showing up and being a part of your life, and you feel, you've said that they drain you, or they come, you feel them strongly when you are drained. They are feeding off of your energies.
Weakness.
Your energies, that's energy. And they're draining that energy so they can have more.
I think it just makes them more available.
It makes them more powerful.
It just makes me more open to where I see more.
Right, but
when I'm weak.
The thing is, though, it's not safe. It's just like if you think about that, put it to you like in this term. If I open your front door and left it open and I never closed it, what do you think would come in? Just good things?
No.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Good and bad is going to come through that portal. And the thing with spirits is, if you, even a practitioner, even and you guys comment about this too, because I would love to get input from everybody who's watching. Everybody's got, how their beliefs and opinions. That's great, and I want to hear what you guys think. even the most, in my views and in my experience and in my knowledge of and how I wrap my head around it, my beliefs, even the most experienced practitioner will have times that something unexpected or something bad will come in, because that portal is open for a reason or not for a reason. It just depends. If you know,
I've never really felt that like that.
But the thing with spirits is they lie, because they want to gain your trust. They want you to want them here for a reason. And
yeah, I don't want them here.
Okay.
I think they're just hovering.
They're lost.
Hovering.
For the majority,
they want me to acknowledge,
right,
and
help them. Maybe they want you to help them cross over.
I've never felt nothing negative.
I know, but the thing is,
yes, I haven't.
That's the trust that they want you to have in them.
Well, maybe so.
So you don't send them away.
Maybe so.
Because how else are they going to feed off of the energy? That's the trick. When that door is open, as long as that door is open, anything passing in front of that door is going to feel like they can come in. It's the same thing in the spirit world. Anything, especially in the spirit world, you know, you have bad spirits that are looking for ways to get on this earthly plane. They're looking for someone to open a portal to come through. And when you got your door wide open and think everything's fine and everything's cool,
to be completely honest with you,
you really don't know.
But to be completely honest with you, the good spirits are protecting me.
And I'm not saying they're not.
No, I'm right. That's how I feel.
But I'm not saying you don't have some spirits that protect. But I will let you know, this is not good. The whole way around, it's not safe for you or your family.
I think I just might be a medium and I just don't know what to do with it.
Well, it could be that you have mediumship, you know, gifts that
I really don't know what to do.
Well, you know, and I've mentioned this to you before, talk to them if you can. See what...
Oh, I've done that.
Have you gotten responses in different ways, like in your dreams or in, you know, signs in your physical, you know, in your awake, in your conscious state of daily life?
Really, in my initial scared reaction, I just told them to leave me alone.
Okay.
And that's what they have done until I get weak.
And then they come.
When I get weak, they surround me.
And what do they do? Hover? Or what do they do? Communicate some kind of way?
No, they just hover. Like they're, they gather, like trying to protect me in a way. That's how I feel.
When they do this, do you ever...
They don't really scare me.
Mm-hmm.
They're just,
there.
Protecting me. They're like, I acknowledge your feelings, and they're just like right here. Everywhere. Like I can't even brush my teeth.
Right. Do you ask them, what do you want?
No, I was too scared.
Okay.
That's my problem. I can't.
Do you have odd dreams that they're speaking to you in dreams that you can remember?
Good question.
Well, probably not if you can't think of any, you know.
Not at the moment. Just it's more of a realistic vision. It's not in my dreams, because when I shut my eyes, they're gone.
Does Austin, your son, still see anything, or was it that one time?
No, I think he does see stuff, but that was the only one time he got so scared to come sleep with me.
Right.
I think
it is possible.
He knows how I am, so he's knowing that he's probably similar. So he's kind of like dealing with it in that manner.
So how
he knows
explain
that,
to the viewers how you are. Like, how do you feel you are?
I can see spirits that have passed, and I think they want to come to me for answers.
For help?
Answers, help, but I just don't know how to deal with that at this moment. So they just kind of hover around me.
Right.
To try to find answers to their questions, in my opinion. But they also are very protective of me at the same sense.
Right.
And I kind of feel the same way about my son.
That he can see and feel what you see and feel.
But it's protective.
Okay.
I've never felt nothing negative ever.
You never felt a threat yet?
No.
Okay. Well,
I haven't.
My advice in this particular thing would be when you see them, tell them to go to the light, go in peace, that they don't belong on this realm, that this is not where they belong. Because if they stay in the earthly plane, they will always wander. They will not have peace. They're not going to be happy. It's like being in a prison. They will have freedom if they go on the plane that they belong. And that is something I would say out into the air. If I feel their presence or would see them, I would speak it into the air. That you don't belong here.
But I just feel like they have questions.
You don't belong.
I can't answer.
But you can't help them with that.
But they want me to.
You got to send them back where they belong. You got to tell them. Or they will always be a restless spirit. And that's not fair. That's not right.
No, I know that.
And it's not healthy and it's not safe for you and for Austin. It's not safe. Like I said, it's like leaving your front door open. Anything can come in, good and bad. Then what the hell are you going to do? You got to try to shut it. Tell them to go to the light. That they belong on another plane. That they will be happy on another plane. They will have their answers on another. But that's why I say speak it into the air. You're not pinpointing one. You're pinpointing the whole mass of them. I would definitely speak out into the air to go in peace, to find the light, to follow it, to go in peace, that they belong on another realm. They do not belong on the earthly plane, that they are not, that they're restless because this isn't where they belong. But they need to follow the light. They need to go towards it.
I'm going to be completely honest. I'm just...
Do you not?
They just so there's a lot of unanswered questions in their mind, and they just want me to answer it, and I can't.
Right.
But I can't like send them off.
Why?
I just like I feel like maybe I need to learn how to help them.
But if you can't, then they are forever wandering and forever restless.
They're just everywhere.
You already said you really don't want them here, right? Or are you conflicted with that?
I just want, I wouldn't mind learning how to help.
Okay.
I've told them not to be here, and they have gone.
They listen when you tell them to leave?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
ever since you did the cleansing.
Ever since we did the alumbre?
Yes.
See, we did that alumbre cleanse here about a month or so ago.
They have been going.
And so they listen ever since you've done the alumbre?
Yeah.
Okay. That's just for self-protection. That was just a self-cleanse and a protection. And and I gave her the salt, the protection salt that I make I gave her some, and she went and put it all around her yard after this. And so you find that helped?
Yes.
They listen to you now, but they still come. I just feel, Amy, that it's just not, that you have to send them off. Until you learn how to, if you want to communicate with them, you are going to have to really research this and do a lot of research. I am not a medium. Okay? All I can tell you is what I basically
I really just
know.
Don't feel like I need to.
But you need to learn how to do it before you don't welcome them here.
I don't welcome them here.
Okay,
I just kind of feel bad that I can't
communicate
what they are trying to tell me.
Right. And like I said,
but then it just makes them linger.
But you have to tell them to go to the light, that they are going to find peace and happiness in that light, because
but how can I tell them that if I don't know if that's the truth?
But there is truth in that. You can't they're not living a life here, and their spirit is looking for, where's my life, or what happened, and how do I fix this? And our responsibility as those who belong on this plane is to let them know, hey, you don't belong here. You are unhappy because you're stuck. They're wandering. That is my opinion. That's how I believe. And please, anyone who is watching, please give us insight on what you believe and feel. I am not a medium. Michael Reedy, if you are watching this, please give us your advice. I know I've mentioned this to you before, you and Belinda both. Belinda Reedy, the Enchanted Bell Witch, and Michael, who is a medium, her husband, Michael. And, they're wonderful people, and Michael is a medium, and he's very knowledgeable on this. And I would absolutely love, your input, Michael, on this video if you watch it. But, they have to have, the spirits have to have guidance on where they need to go to find that peace. And until you are learned on how to communicate with them and control that environment to the best of your ability, and you got to have a belief.
Well, yeah, they're just in lingo.
Right, and limbo.
Yeah.
And we don't want
that.
That's not a pleasant way to feel.
It's not helping anyone.
No.
Including me.
It's not helping anyone at all. And like I said, you want to shut that portal, because anything...
But if I can learn...
If you still have to shut it, you can't just leave that open.
If I can learn how to...
Control it.
No, help.
That's still a part of the responsibility.
If I can learn how to help them.
Right, but that's part of the responsibility of closing that door too. You know what I'm saying? You are of this world. You still have to protect yourself.
Oh, I know.
And you still have to protect your family.
But I have not felt threatened.
I know, but spirits are also manipulators. I understand that right now you have not experienced that, and that's great, and I'm glad, because you really don't want that problem. But right now, here's the problem. That door is open, and everything in that realm is passing in front of it. That's not good. Like I've said, the malicious spirits are looking for ways to get in this realm. And that is nothing you want here, attached to you, or attached to your child. It's easier to find ways to close that portal than to leave that thing open and allow...
I don't think it's a portal. I really just think
that's what it is when they come in.
I really just think it's me.
You're the portal. There's something about you.
I really
whatever
just think
it is,
it's me.
It's a portal. It's a way of coming in. You need a way of getting them where they need to be and shutting that door. Because you don't want the wrong thing to attach itself to you. Then you got problems, big problems. that, darling, you don't want, and that's a fact.
I know.
Evil entities exist. Evil exists. And it's always looking for a way in. Looking and searching for a way in. You got your front door wide open with that. That's the problem. Okay? And so...
And when I'm weak, it's...
Well, these spirits, good or bad, good, bad, or ugly, they got to have energy. They have to have energy, and they are getting it from you. A lot of times you feel drained. A lot of times you feel overwhelmed by the world. A lot of times, and I feel it's little by little. Sometimes you feel it and it's obvious to you, but I do feel that they're consistently draining you little by little, and then at certain times they're really sucking it in.
When I'm weak.
Because they need it. Because
they're weak. When I'm weak.
When you're weak, it's because they needed that extra oomph.
When I'm weak,
they consume you. And that's what has to stop. That's what has to stop that. That's what has to stop. So there are things you can do that is completely your choice. That is completely your decision. Because if it's something you truly do not want to do, it's a waste of time for everybody. You know, but there are practices that you can do to send them back on the plane, the astral plane that they belong on, the spiritual plane that they belong on, whatever terminology we're supposed to use here, to get them back where they belong, and shut that door and protect you and your family as much as you can. You know, I understand the need and the want to communicate, but you have to research that, Amy. You have to research it and learn that before you allow it to happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's the safest bet. You can tune in to spirit. You can tune in to energies. You can tune in to what they want once you learn all this, okay?
I'm just gonna feel their need.
Michael has a mediumship class.
Like
I think he's got a mediumship class, if I'm not mistaken.
Like their need.
I understand they have needs.
And I'm sympathetic.
Right. They're sucking you dry.
Because I want to help.
Yeah. They know you want to help.
I want to help.
They're not unaware that you want to help. And that's the kind of like a thing too. They're more drawn to you because you're easy.
Yeah.
And they feel your sympathy for them. They feel your empathic, you know, you're feeling empathy and sympathy, or however you want to put it, and that you feel for them and that you want to help them. And so guess what?
They smother me.
That's right. And they drain you in the meantime. But they don't belong here. And that's the thing. Maybe they need you for guidance to cross over, and they don't know how to explain that to you. That's why there are things you can do to... I personally would speak it out loud and believe it 200%. Go back. Yeah. Go back. You don't belong here. You will be happy in your own space and on your own plane. On the spirit plane, that's where you belong. This is not your home anymore. You don't belong here. You have to leave.
And I think there's a lot of unanswered questions.
Right, but at this point, the best thing you can do...
And that's where my sympathy comes in.
Right. But hear what I'm telling you. If you don't know how to send them back, and you can't just tell them to go where they came from, that they don't belong here, this is not their home, how are you going to help them with problems? You can't.
No, because I don't know how to communicate right now.
Correct. And until you do, the best thing to do is guide them to where they belong.
And I feel like I'm being neglective.
Amy, you're drawing them in like flies. And it's not going to get better. and eventually something bad will come through. And if you think you got problems now, this ain't shit compared to what you can have, because that is not, it's not easy to deal with.
But I do shut myself off a lot. I put a guard.
I think you need
But
to
when
learn
my
about
guard's
this.
broken, that's when it happens. Like
They
if
still
I'm,
come. Even with your guard up, they still come.
emotionally upset or just
Right, I get it. But what I'm trying to tell you is they still come. It doesn't matter.
yes.
So you're not shutting them off. You're just tuning them out.
Yes.
But that's not doing anything.
That's what I do.
That's not doing anything. That's not,
It's helping me.
but it's really not. It's really not helping you.
But it helps me initially.
In the moment, what I feel you need to do a lot of research on this yourself to validate what I'm talking about. Maybe maybe I'm not explaining it to where you can, wrap your head around what I'm saying. And I do feel how you would benefit greatly, and that's totally up to you, is to speak to a medium. Michael Reedy is a medium, and he's a very good medium. And you can look at, I want to say he has a mediumship class even, if you want to look into that. But I feel you have to learn how to meditate too, to connect, to disconnect, to connect, to have that disconnected. Did I make sense when I said that? To learn control
I think I've learned
of your energies.
But it's more of like, I'm going to ignore you.
Amy, ignoring it doesn't make it better. I'm going to choke her. And I don't want y'all to see it. Don't look. But I'm about to choke her ass right now.
I'm just being completely honest.
I don't think that you want to get rid of them.
No, I don't. I don't. Because I'm one that wants to help.
Right.
Everyone.
So, in that respect...
I want to help animals. I want to help everyone.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that in the now, in our earthly plane, to help earthly animals and people. And it's okay to help people.
But I feel like that it might be my position, because I do see them, that I might need to help them.
Yes,
because not a lot of people know how to do that.
Right.
I don't know how to do it.
Listen to what I'm telling you. You have to
learn how to do it.
You have to learn how to do it before you welcome it in. You have to get
I'm not welcoming it?
Yes, you are.
I'm just not welcoming it.
You are, though. That you don't think you are, but you are, because you don't want them to leave. So that means it's okay. It's like giving permission. And once you do that, they all coming. The good, the bad, and the ugly. There is no specifying. There's no, discriminatory anything.
No,
Spirits and spirits.
I really just want to help them.
I know you want to help them, but you don't know how. So what I'm going to tell you, since you don't want to get rid of them.
It's not that I don't want to get rid of them. I think that if I am blessed with this ability, then maybe I should help people, because I like to help.
Right, but they're not people anymore. They're spirits, and yes, you can help them, but it's going to be different than helping people. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
It's a whole different thing. What I'm telling you to do.
But if it's in my ability to...
But it's not.
Get them to...
But it's not, because you don't know what to do with it.
I know that. That's what I need to
And what I'm trying to tell you is you need to learn before you allow.
I know, I understand that.
Okay. You have to learn and put in... It's a lot of work. I could not be a medium. I don't want to be a medium.
I understand that.
I got enough with what I do. Okay, I don't want to be a medium. That's me. But when somebody has that
I
gift
just
and
feel like
ability,
I can't turn, like, I feel their desperation.
right? But their desperation can become a very big problem in your now, in your reality. That's the thing. That's the thing. If you want to get rid of them, there are
I know how to
that,
get rid of them. I don't think.
No, I mean really get rid of them. I mean send them on their plane. Get them off this earthly plane. Get rid of them. They are trapped here. They don't belong here. They will not be happy here. Questions and no questions. They will be miserable here as long as they're here. Okay? And it is not safe to leave that open. And until you learn how to communicate, you're not doing yourself or them any favors. The want to help is there.
I know that.
The want is there, and that's great.
I know that.
But in the meantime,
I'm basically wasting their time.
No, it's not about waste. They got a whole lot of time, Amy. I'm gonna just let you know right now.
But that's how I feel.
But they got more time than you.
I feel like they're wasting their time on the wrong one. Because I can't help. And
you
they
can
want me
if you
to.
learn.
Their need is there, but I just can't do it because I don't know how. You know, like, but I don't want them to. I want them to waste their time on somebody who knows how to do it.
Right.
Instead of me.
Right. We'll send them away.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But you need to send them where they need to be.
I have been doing that.
Permanently.
Ever since cleansed.
Okay. Well, there are other things you can do that are a little bit more in depth to make sure they don't come back.
They come back when I'm...
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
They come back when I'm vulnerable.
Even when you're vulnerable, they won't come back if you... There's things you can do to stop that from happening, is what I'm saying. To help them, to communicate with them is a very learned practice, and that's something someone with that experience and that extensive knowledge can help you with.
Yeah, but I think I might want to learn that.
And you can. You know, you're gonna have to put the work into it to research all of it. And I'm going to tell you, one thing is going to lead to another thing and lead to another thing in the learning curve. A lot of things are going to come up that are like, yeah, that are connected. But when you put it all together, it's like different avenues, but of the same concept. And when you put them all together, boom, you got your power. Boom, it works. Boom, this is how it's done. You know, you take a little bit of this, and this, put it together and send it. Okay? And you got to learn how to do that with this particular issue. Or you're not going to rest either. It's not just them that don't have rest. You don't either. Your spirit is not not peaceful.
No, I don't rest very much.
You know, and that's not good for you. Your health is not the best. That's not helping. That's not helping.
But I kind of feel like...
I think you're used to it.
No, it's just kind of like a gift, and I think that I'm not...
Let me make sure we're still recording. Yeah.
Taking advantage of, which maybe I should.
That what?
It's like kind of like a gift that I need to...
you need to take advantage of. You need to learn how to use the gift.
Yes.
Because a gift...
Instead of just ignoring it and blocking them out, but I still feel the contact.
Right.
And it makes me feel even more guilty when I ignore it. You get me?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But there's a responsibility with all that. When you don't know how to control it, how to communicate, you need to do what you can to send them on the plane that they need to be on, to guide them to where they need to go. And shut that off as much as possible so that they cannot continuously come.
Well, I'm not really welcome.
I know you didn't send them a written invitation.
No, I'm not like like welcoming them here.
Right.
I'm not.
I get what you're saying.
It's more of like a push and shove.
They're attracted to you.
Yes.
But what I'm saying, because I sound like a broken record now,
I understand that,
is you're going to have to learn these things. You're going to have to learn and educate.
I know how to shut them off, personally.
Okay.
I do it a lot. I don't see them very often, but when I have say like a weak moment, or if I'm sick, or just random times, I see them.
Okay.
But other than that, I can like pretty much, I block everything out now. I'm like, just ignore it. But at certain times, I just can't.
Right.
Like when I'm ill, tired, weak, upset.
Right.
I can't.
Well, your energies are lower.
I can't stop it. Yeah.
And then they sucking you dry even more. So your energies are really hitting rock bottom.
Basically, yeah.
So we have been filming for 51 minutes.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. So, okay, we're going to get off that subject. And if anybody, watching has any advice, opinion, any kind of, comment on what you guys think.
Even if you feel that you have the same problems or like abilities.
Right. That they will comment and give us the advice. I do think you should consult with a medium, a professional medium.
I would love to.
And I know
one. Any of them.
Michael James Reedy is a professional medium. And he's very, very good. He's very knowledgeable. He's very learned. And I do think he's got a mediumship class here on YouTube. So I'm going to look on his. I'm pretty sure he started that recently. I'm going to make sure he did. I want to say, hey, he's got a class. And, what if he didn't start it yet? I don't know. I didn't check. I'm going to look. But I can put the link to him on here for whoever's interested. And, of course, give it to you. And you can check out Michael's, his YouTube channel. He is married to the Enchanted Bell Witch, Belinda Reedy. So, both, like, if you go on Belinda's channel, you can link on, there's a link to Michael's, too. So, I'm going to show you both. Okay? Michael is a medium. I am not a medium. I am just giving you the knowledge and advice of someone who is not a medium. I am a practitioner of hoodoo and other little things there that I like, of witchcraft, and it's I am not a medium. I would be doing things to surround and protect myself and my home and to send them back.
Yeah, you'd be very uncomfortable right now.
I would not want. Now, I don't think I don't have spiritual activity that I'm familiar with. Yes. However, this type of thing, no, and I don't want that. That's not something I want. So I would repel. I would send it back to where it came, because I choose not to be involved in that. That is a certain part of this type of thing, of this practice that I do believe in, that I don't feel I want to be a medium. I don't want to communicate in that particular way with spirits. I am comfortable with who I deal with and who I work with and who I practice with, and who I call upon, my deities and my spirit guides and my ancestors, and I am comfortable with that. I do have experiences as well, but that's more of an affirmation. sort of like a verifying their presence type of thing. When I hear the knocking and I hear the this and the that, I've seen orbs. I've seen, I've had experiences. I've felt things physically, but not to the degree of like what Amy's talking about, okay? And I choose not to delve into that, okay? That's just not what I want to do. But if you guys can offer any advice, have any comments to share, that would be appreciative, very much so. And I know some of you may have the question, which I want to kind of briefly touch on, which there is no judgment here. There is no, absolutely not. Everyone believes in their own way. If they have beliefs or don't have beliefs, spiritual practices are your own beliefs, and they are to be respected. Whatever you believe and whatever you don't believe, you have that right. There is no judgment here, okay? So, do you have any spiritual practices that you feel could help you in this, or no? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think anything might help. I mean, like,
do you have a spiritual practice?
I have my own internal,
Yeah, but you don't have like a certain, like Santeria, voodoo,
no.
hoodoo,
No, I have good and bad.
You just have certain beliefs of certain things.
Good and bad.
But you're not a practitioner of any spiritual path?
No.
Okay. So, a lot of people are given gifts of knowledge and communication with spirits, okay? Of the, communication with the dead, whether it be with the ancestors or random spirits coming through for whatever reason. Maybe somebody is attached to the home, the land, maybe a piece of furniture. But apparently she has, she, I feel, is a portal for spirit activity, for spirits to come to her, because she has said even as a child she has experienced this. So I do feel they are drawn to her specifically. Amy does not follow any spiritual practice, so it's not like it was called down to her or put in place, in her, family that she is aware of, to where it would stick to her and then continue throughout her life being stuck to her. Now, what's good is that you haven't had any malicious activity or anything bad, which is great. That's freaking fabulous.
But it might be because I have 6 dogs.
Well, maybe that's a factor. I mean, I don't know what's going on in the minds of the spirits. Only when you communicate with them, to work with them and call down the spirits and thank them and communicate in your religious practices or spiritual practices or whatever it is. That's what I'm familiar with. You know what I mean? I know
animals pick up on a lot.
Oh, animals pick up on a great deal, and you can communicate with animals too. So, I mean, there's so much. It's basically the point I'm trying to make, and the principle of this too is it's so wide open.
Yeah, it is.
It's so wide open. Anything can happen. Truly, anything can happen. And if we don't shut that off, if we don't have certain protectants around us, anything can come and attach. And that's not what we want, because we want to keep everything safe as we can. So that's about all I have. Is there anything else that you want to share with us about all this? No? And Kevin has never seen it, huh? Kevin's her husband. He's never seen anything. Like, you're right there, Kevin. It's looking at you, Kevin. Wake up, Kevin.
You know what? I feel like I need to just leave the burden on me and not involve him in that.
Yeah. Well, it's just
because
curiosity.
he's got a lot on his plate already.
Right.
So
it's just to let the viewers know, because they may have questions. Well,
yeah, I would
her
rather
husband
not.
and her child, right?
You know.
You just want it to fall on you.
Yes.
Right. Well, sometimes you don't have a choice.
He doesn't really like. He thinks I'm when I see. He thinks I'm dreaming.
Right.
But I know I'm not.
Right.
But I mean, if that's what he needs to believe to keep himself from, you know, the distance, keep that at a distance.
Right.
That's fine with me. So I just don't discuss it with him. Really.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
That's his block.
Right.
And I'm not gonna.
You're gonna respect his.
I'm gonna respect how he feels.
Right. Yeah, that's good. That's cool.
About everything.
Well, yeah.
Whether
Mutual
he
respect.
believes
That's
me or
great.
not,
You know.
which I know he does, but
Right.
his block's up, which is good for him. Good.
And a lot of times these things are the unspoken things. You know, people just
Yeah.
don't want to talk about. They're not comfortable discussing. But you know me, I want to talk about every damn thing. Everything, we got it. We're gonna talk about it all. But I hope that you're feeling okay by what, you know, we've talked about tonight and what I've said. I hope you're okay with that.
I'm fine.
You know, whatever you do is your choice.
I'm fine.
It's strictly opinion and advice, only because I love you. And I want you to be careful, especially with things you're not too sure about and need to really research. And look, the internet is a wonderful research tool. And I would absolutely research all this, and I would get in touch with a medium. And I do recommend Michael.
But they do respect my block, except when I'm
You're talking about the spirit.
vulnerable. Yes, they respect me until I'm vulnerable.
Okay. Well, then they don't.
So I mean, at least I have that. I do have that.
I think you're used to that right now. I think
Yeah,
that's something
yes,
you're used
it
to.
is. It is.
It's kind of like a habit. It kind of becomes.
It's kind of like a.
It becomes a part of your life, you know.
I'm going to bed. Leave me alone.
Right. Right. I mean, I get it. I understand. I can see where you feel. I don't feel a threat, so just leave me alone, and I'm all right. Let me get some sleep.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But that's not good. That's the thing. So get your research so you can learn more about what I'm saying, because I'm sure I know that you can learn a whole lot better than what I've told you about it. I'm not, you know, I understand the mediumship aspects and all this. From what I have told you tonight is the most I know of mediumship type of thing, and I feel that you need to really educate yourself on it, really get that knowledge behind your belt, and discuss it with a professional medium who gets it. They experience it, they know how to talk to them and how to communicate with them, and he can give you, like Michael can give you things to do to know when they're when they're talking back to you. You know how to receive that message, so you can understand what they want from you and how do you communicate back. You can learn that too, so you both connecting in the communication to where you know what that spirit wants, and then you can relay back to them what you need to tell them as their advice or as their guidance or whatever it is, their answer.
If it was an individual, though, but it's...
Even as a group, a medium experiences this all the time, just like you. But they know how to communicate with the masses.
Yeah,
they
I've
know
been blocking
how,
it off since I was little.
Well, they know how to communicate
That's
with
why
them.
they scare me on occasions.
Right. But a medium can teach you what to do to communicate and to create better blocks.
Yeah.
To create more protection and to know when you have to reach out and communicate with them or vice versa, to understand the communications, you know, vice versa and whatnot. And I think that would help you a lot. You know, that's just You do what you want. That's just my advice. And it's to better you so you don't go crazy and that you are safe as you can be. You know, you and your family. So, that's about it. How'd you like being on YouTube, Amy? How'd you like it? Kind of feel fruit?
I look like crap, but that's okay.
But
I look genuine, just like I am.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. And look at this Poquito.
No, that's Hermione.
That's Hermione. Hermione and Poquito look just alike. Look, put Hermione. Look, let everybody see Hermione.
Hermione.
Look how pretty she is. She's just a little pumpkin butt. Look at her, how pretty she is. He said, Hermione.
She's so cute. I love her.
And what kind of dog is she?
Chihuahua Pom.
Chihuahua
Chiwi
Pom.
Pom.
Chiwi Pom. And she's so cute. And Poquito looks just like Hermione, little twins. Look at that shabby baby. That's a Munchie right there. Y'all remember the Munchie? The Munchie, you know, anyway.
I think that's why I have 6 dogs.
Yeah, she's got a lot of dogs.
Because they protect
Blue
me.
at
They
my
protect
feet.
me from shit I can't protect myself against.
Look, Blue's at my feet. I'm going to hurry up and show y'all real quick.
Boo, 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 boo.
Well, I don't know if y'all can see him.
Boo, boo, boo. Come on,
He's a blue healer. Queensland blue healer.
Boo, boo.
So that's Blue.
Love him.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Woo! Like and share my videos. I appreciate it so much. Please leave me any comments, suggestions. I do appreciate you guys' time tonight. And thank you guys. And thank you, Amy, so much.
You're welcome.
For opening up your home, sharing everything with us that I know is very, very personal. But it's good to, you know, to be able to talk about it.
Yeah, it is.
It's good to get it out there.
It is.
And I hope I get a lot of responses to share with you over it. And I'm going to link you to Michael and see, you know, if he can help you out.
Another word.
All right. See you guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will see y'all soon. Thank you. Bye. Say bye, Amy. Bye.
Bye-bye.